special times, special accommodations. But luckily, Gov saved us because on the special occasion and all of that, I almost made a grave mistake and didn't go live. So we are live now. You guys should be able to see this. We are coming at you with a Thanksgiving specialty of ours. Me and Gov knew this one man, Al Zeidenfeld, who do cage matches, and so we thought we'd pay homage to that, and we'll do our own cage match. We did it last year, but we have a bigger audience this year. So again, we're just going to go through the Thanksgiving slate, and just like a normal draft, you can only play that one player. So each pick is really valuable. And he would do it on the main slate, Gov, and especially on a 3-gamer, I think it'll be especially interesting.
Yeah, like he would do it on the main slate 10 or 11 games against one other person. So, like, yes, we're not going to overlap any drafted players in what we have.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, a 3-game slate, which this will actually be good. We're going to need to find a sub 10%, like, good play to go off. And you probably are going to need someone like that anyway if you're playing the Thanksgiving Millie or whatever tournament you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing a DFS lineup on Thanksgiving, you're going to need a lower-owned guy. So this will help us figure out who those guys are going to be. Where is it best? Because, again, small slate, some of the positions like quarterback and tight end and defense, there's only like 1 or 2 good plays at all to pick from. So it's going to be tough on some of us.
And I have FOMO, Gov. So what I'm going to do this year, because last year it actually did well. I was like, there's no way I'm going to enter this. It's going to do. And last year it was actually a competitive match between you and Donnie. It was actually a good lineup. It had a chance because, like you say, on a 3-game slate, things get wacky, things get weird, and you have to embrace it anyway. So this year I'm going to put some crowns, not very much, just a small dabble of crowns on my lineup. You guys don't have to follow suit, but it'll be a good laugh, and people will be like, what the hell is this lineup? And maybe it actually catches more crowns. Donnie, how are we doing?
Oh, God.
Good.
He's dead. Oh, God.
I know. I was like, we can't see him. Is something wrong? We're good, Donnie? We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. I have the random number generator up. So what are your guys' numbers? We got to figure out the order for our draft, like normal.
I'm gonna go 9.
Well, I was gonna reward the spread pick stuff.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that.
Oh, okay.
So
That's fine.
I was initially going to say whoever was in first gets the first pick, but I want to do it more interestingly. Gov, you are in first for the spread picks. What position do you want to draft from? Would you like the snake? Would you like the first pick? Would you like middle?
Oh, I would actually rather have the third pick.
Okay,
Let me have the first snake as it goes around, because like a normal snake draft. So 1, 2, 3, then the third person will get 4, and then 5. Like 1, 2, 3, then you reverse it. 1, 2, 3. Like
yeah.
Most people know how a snake draft works. So personally, I won't want the number 1 guy. I want that third pick.
And I would have felt the same way. Logan, I hope you're okay with this as well. I was going to take the middle pick. That's kind of how it ended up.
Yeah.
I just figured that would be the best way to implement the spread standings right now.
I already do enough weird things, so me going first probably isn't that much of an advantage, if at all. But leave it in the comment section. Well, leave it in the comment section which selection you would have. I think it'll be an interesting conversation. We have a lot of those already in our comment section.
And I'll let everyone know, like, we have Logan's lineup up on screen now. My lineup is set where Logan can show it. We're having some technical difficulties with Donnie, so we can't show his lineup currently. We also can't show his beautiful face. 50-50, some good and bad, you know.
That just means we need to null and void his lineup. It doesn't count. So if he wins, it doesn't count. No,
but we guarantee, like, we've set up a specific contest for all of us, as you can see on Logan's screen. We will be able to keep track. When the review show next week comes, we will review these. Actually, we'll probably review the Thanksgiving lineup on our lineup builder show on Saturday, I assume.
That's what I was thinking. Like, we have the opportunity to do it Saturday. Sometimes we wouldn't.
We're going to miss the Black Friday game. Oh, God.
What a shame.
I'm going to play that game.
Sad.
Because I play a lot. But, okay, so speaking of going first and getting it out of the way, here we go.
Yep, here we go, guys. We start the draft. Logan, you have the number 1 pick. You can choose any position. There is no locked. You can choose any position. You can grab your quarterback right now.
You can grab the best value on the board if you think there's one.
Grab the best value. You can grab your favorite stud. Anything and everything is available to you for this Thanksgiving slate. So what is your thought on Thanksgiving just off the bat?
Give me Jared Goff, and this is why. The Lions haven't won. I believe this is true, and I know it's a long time, so forgive me if I get the number exactly wrong, but I don't think the Lions have won a Thanksgiving game in 10 years. Like literally
2016, I believe, was the last year, so it might be 8 or 9, but like you are damn close.
So
even with them being good last year, they didn't beat. They played Green Bay, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So even as good as they were last year, making it the NFC title game, they lost to Green Bay on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Christian Watson had a hell of a game that game. I remember that, and they lost. Now, what I will say is Dan Campbell's had a chip on his shoulder all year. He's basically. If you want to call it running up the score, he doesn't care what the other team does. He's like, if you want to stop us, you got to stop us. We're not going to stop this offense. This is basically a showcase for Ben Johnson's offense. So whether you can keep up or not, we're going to keep the train rolling. And Jared Goff had a bad performance against the Texans a few weeks ago on the Sunday night game. He is in the proposition to win MVP. Whether you actually think he will, deserves it, is indifferent. They want to showcase this offense. I don't know if it'll be the running game or the passing game, but I think Jared Goff's a great value. But it could blow up in my face, but we'll see.
All right.
I mean, Goff's one of these quarterbacks that's either gone for 28 and 30 or only gets you like 15.
He's got the efficiency, but he doesn't.
But you're right. He's super efficient, and this is an offense with a chip on its shoulder. Like, I know Dan Campbell with that Detroit team and everything they're feeling. There's no way they don't know that they haven't won a Thanksgiving game in a while. The first game on Thanksgiving every year is a Detroit Lions game. So it's like, this is a big thing in their locker room.
Not just that, Gov, and this will be my last point, but Dan Campbell played for the 0-16 Lions. So he's part of the culture, and that's what makes his coaching experience with this team so special. So I guarantee you this matters.
I can agree with that a lot. Like, I believe Detroit wins that game. I'm pretty sure they win it handily, although Chicago's defense has been very solid. And the games where Detroit has kind of faltered this year are road games, like against Houston, or even against, like, last week against Indy. You would have thought they would have blown out Indy way more, but Goff didn't have a great game. At Green Bay. So, like, it's divisional games that they're not really, like, going off against. But I do like Jared Goff this week. I think Detroit is the way to go myself.
Yep. And
Donnie, what do you have for your first pick?
I pretty much locked this in. I would have taken it the first pick. I would have taken it. This, no matter what, would not have gotten past the first round. With the David Montgomery injury, I don't know how serious it is, but it is only a Thursday game. They didn't have much rest. I got to get Jahmyr Gibbs on my roster.
Not a bad.
I don't really hate that. Again, I think Detroit's going to be the big game to have. I think this is going to be the year where if you stack Detroit, you're going to be at the top of those tournaments all day, and you're probably not unless something big happens in Miami Green Bay. I don't think you're going to be taken down. Like a full Detroit game stack with a couple of pieces from the other games might be the way to go this year. I'll definitely have a lineup in my personal stuff built around a scenario like that.
I do think you got to get different. And so, like, getting different doesn't always mean playing the cheap guy. It sometimes means overstacking a game. So we'll see how this draft unfolds. But, like, even in your lineup, don't be afraid to attack a game environment. For example, a lot of people are hating the Green Bay Dolphins game because there might be snow and the Dolphins don't perform well in that game. So you can leverage that narrative, or you can play against it. You can build that story however you would like. But go ahead, go with your next pick.
Oh, let's see. So I get 2. So let's see. Looking around, looking at what we got.
I think.
You know what? I'm just gonna take 2 guys that I know, that I know are gonna be solid. So my first pick is gonna be Devon Achane.
The best running back on the board in terms of volume.
Highest priced running back. That scares me a little bit. Like, would I rather have Gibbs? Kinda, but I can't. So give me Achane.
I got a weird stat on that, Gov, actually. Did you know David Montgomery has more receiving opportunities in recent games than Gibbs does? So
I know that Gibbs and Montgomery are almost a complete 50-50 split in everything, carries and catches.
Yeah, it's a stat
on the
most people
season.
don't realize.
It's not like, well, Gibbs does this and Monty does that. No, they both do everything, and it's a 50-50 split.
Yeah. So, but to your A-chain point, like if we saw the volume from his rushing, then he's a smash.
So you had
if he gets the 17 carries like he did against Vegas or something, the 15 like he did against Indy,
exactly,
like he's a smash because he's also going to get you 4+ targets every game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, next pick.
All right, so after that, I had a choice. I almost don't want to talk it through because I want to see if I can get the guys to come back. But I think I'm going to take my tight end here. And I think I'm just going to overstack. Give me Jonah.
Makes sense.
Like
He's been
Miami,
so
like
much production.
Again, like you're right. Like the targets are there, the usage is there.
Mm-hmm.
Like McDaniels wants a mobile motion tight end. Like he basically, it looks like he's using Jonah like use check or that. And people were thinking it was going to be Alec Ingold, but it's like, no, Jonah's that guy who gets a lot of like offensive work and is a tight end blocker.
Again, we're doing a specialized show. It's a bit more condensed. We're on the fly, but we have a heart out. But I did find out that Jonnu Smith has the highest target share of anyone on the team. A lot of people don't know that. Like it's one of those perception things. You would think it's Tyreek Hill. You think it's the explosion play. Smith has been the most consistent Dolphin this year by far. By far.
That might be because the backup quarterbacks that were in love the tight end. But Jonnu also didn't start on this trend where he's been really big. I mean, he's had a few games here or there. So like he flashes the usage, but then it hasn't been super consistent. We don't know what happened in that Tennessee game where like the Dolphins just couldn't move the ball at all. But, like that was a game without Tua, so it's like, yeah.
Speaking of what's going to happen, Donnie, what do you got for us?
I'm going Rico Dowdle. His carries significantly increased last week. Zeke is kind of getting phased out of the offense.
And that's why I didn't want to talk through guys.
Best value on the board, and I think he'll go lower owned. I'll say this. I think he's going to be in every one of my personal lineups as of now. Now, this is early. I don't want to make too many declarations.
You don't think Zeke needing a touchdown so he can jump in the Salvation Army thing isn't a narrative?
I do think that's a narrative, and I think it's a fair one, but also Dowdle's just better at this point. So
yeah. If that happens,
I mean, better is subjective. He's still a really stupidly shitty running back.
Yeah, but they're playing a terrible team.
I mean, I guess 4 yards a carry isn't horrible. Like, it's weird for me to see a guy averaging 4 yards a carry and then not getting any work running on a team. It's like, it makes me think Rico Dowdle is actually, like, I look at his numbers and what he's producing, and I think he's a bad running back. And then I look at his numbers and what he's producing, and it's not bad numbers.
No,
but why are these good numbers from Rico Dowdle not producing anything for the
because when the Cowboys are in competitive games, he's involved regardless of game script, and he's actually a very good pass catcher for this team when they actually use it. Now, it's weird because like he's been really efficient, but like the Cowboys offense hasn't been really efficient. So
it's like he's the one good part of an absolutely horrible offense, so he doesn't look good.
Right, exactly. You guys ready?
Yep, you got the next two.
What's your next two?
This is going to be the rarest.
Go back to your screen. Let's see what your two picks are.
Fair enough. I forgot I could do that. It's going to be the rarest combination, but I think it's a smart one. It's going to win me this one and some of my personals. Give me David Montgomery.
Ooh, you're going to take the shot on Montgomery short week with the shoulder injury.
He said
I don't hate that.
He said
he says he's playing. I think he's playing but again, the split, I don't mind going to Gibbs.
Yeah.
But Monty for $1,000 cheaper is still a very good play.
This is why. It's because he's a pissant. He's an agitator. He's a bruiser, right? We all know that. This is his former team. On prime time, he's obviously done the screw you didn't pay me. But this is like everything matters for Detroit. this would be the perfect stamp to like put his funeral of the Bears away. Like he's done it before, where he's like, "Hey, you guys forgot about me," but this is like he's dressing in all black this week. Like the guy is like taking it serious. I think he actually called it the funeral of the Bears. I believe so. Like he's dropping hints like that. Like that tells me the motivation's there.
Oh yeah.
All right, next pick.
What's your second pick, Logan?
Give me the one of the best values on the board. Give me Wicks.
Ooh, damn! That was the bring back I wanted for all my Miami
I
stuff.
know it was. I had to take it there.
Son of a bitch.
Dobbs is likely out, and so likely that I think we can almost declaratively say it. I'd be shocked.
Oh, concussion! Yeah, there's like no way he clears that. Like,
yeah, he would have to clear it like in the next hour, literally, to play.
Like literally, he couldn't be cleared until like noon on Thursday, and he would have to be literally perfect through practice yesterday, today, and waking up in the morning.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like I agree with you. I don't think he plays. Like the 5-step protocol is usually a 5-day thing. Yeah. You don't have 5 days from Sunday to Thursday. I'm with you. I doubt Dobbs plays.
And I gotta say this really quickly, and we can go on to the next pick. So everyone's like, well, is it going to be him? Is it Watson? Is it Heath? You know, some of these other guys. When Dobbs got hurt, they were up 20 points in that game. So they knew this game was on the horizon. They had already lost one of their best receivers. I think they played some of those secondary pieces on purpose, resting Wicks for this opportunity. I think when the game's competitive, they'll rely on their talent, which Wicks is a lot more talented than Heath, even if he somehow catches a pass.
Yep.
All right, Logan or Donnie, pick number 3. You have Gibbs and Rico Dowdle.
Jordan Love. That's who I want.
Get your stack in there.
Yeah,
I want Jordan Love.
I want my quarterback. I feel like he wouldn't have lasted to me another pick. Let me just get the best quarterback left.
Like talent-wise, what they've done, I don't disagree. Love is the second best quarterback on this on the slate behind Goff.
He's
I'm not going to disagree with that.
I like it, but this is like a situation, Donnie, where you either win with this selection or you lose. Like, I feel like he's either going to get his highest outcome or his lowest. So that's what scared me off of it.
All right, Gov, your next 2?
All right, yep, now my 2. Okay, you didn't take him. I'm looking at it. I'm going to take my second running back. I don't see, like, I've heard people rumbling about something, but I've heard no rumblings otherwise. Give me Tracy against the absolute garbage Dallas defense, especially their rush defense. I've heard people like talk about Eric Gray. Like, no, like Tracy did what he was supposed to against the Tampa Bay defense that does not let you run the ball.
It's because he fumbled and Singletary saw an uptick in usage.
And that's he's a rookie. I don't think that, I understand in said game, he fumbles. So you give the other back some time to let him know, like, hey, get it out of your head. You fumbled, blah, blah. If that bodes on for more than one, if that goes into this game, that means Tracy will not be on the team at the end of the year. You don't give up on a rookie running
against
You don't give up on a rookie rumble. Okay, that's a completely other game.
That's just the point. That's
I get that he fumbled twice and then he fumbled last week. All right. He only lost one fumble in the Carolina game, and that was the one at the end in overtime that ended the game. I get that one was bad. You can talk that away. The next week, in a game where you're not going to run the ball at all with an absolute garbage quarterback who can't throw down or check down or do anything and keep your offense moving, he still ran well. He just played an offense that's good against the running back and had a shit running game. I don't see any Now, I'll say this. The Giants are an absolutely horrible organization. So them doing something as stupid as not giving Tracy the workload just because he fumbled once or twice, sure, they might be fucking morons, not give Tracy the workload and also not throw Neighbors the ball until the fourth quarter. That's entirely possible that they're that fucking stupid. I won't throw that out. But it's also not smart So I'm just going to take Tracy. Like,
Yeah.
Dallas's defense has been horrible. I have no problem taking the shot on that.
Next pick.
Next thing I'm going to do. You took Wicks on me. That really, really sucks.
I knew it
There's
would.
not much else. There's not much else to go with down here. Unless I take Devontae Turpin. That's all it's a side. Like, you could always take Devontae Turpin.
I'm not. Please don't make me.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't. Who's the shit guy who does something this week? That's what I want. Like, that's what I'm looking for right now. Who's going to be that low-owned dude that does something this week that I'm not thinking about? I mean, it could be Odell Beckham, to be honest.
He got
That's
two
not
targets.
bad.
He
Got Jonathan Brooks, who's been slowly just been getting a couple targets a game. He catches a touchdown. He's probably there. A lot of good cheap stuff, but
this is actually relevant. Do we actually know if Brandon Cooks is off the IR? Because there was a rumor he was going to be activated this week.
I doubt it.
No, limited on Tuesday. I doubt they do that. There's no reason to activate him on a short week. Unless he was going to play last week, there's no reason to activate him on a short week. I guess I'm just going to have to take my Green Bay guy. I'm not going to take Christian Watson and have a second game like that. So just give me Jaden Reed.
All right.
That I can work with that. Okay.
Is it my pick?
It's mine.
It is now Donnie's.
Don't mess this up for me, Donnie, please.
I'm going to mess it up because I'm taking Josh Jacobs.
Okay, you didn't mess it up. Good.
Just give me Jacobs. I would love to just get the 3 potential top scoring running backs this week. That game environment just screams Josh Jacobs. Let me have it. They said they wanted to work him. Let's see it.
He got 27 carries last week, I believe. He got a ton. They were questioning Matt LaFleur, saying, "Are you sure you want to give him that many touches again?" LaFleur said, he expected him to get a heavy workload. He's obviously proven to be a workhorse. I think this is a good pick.
Like, he's had a couple of 20 plus 25 carry games this year. So, like, I don't know if he does that 2 weeks in a row, but it's entirely possible.
He's like the opposite of Rico Dowdle, where he's getting everything in the – like, if he catches 1 or 2 passes, Donnie could be golden.
See, that's the thing. Like, what he's averaging, the stuff he's doing, it's like Josh Jacobs and Rico Dowdle are very close. It's just Jacobs is the one who will get 18 to 20 touches, and Dowdle almost never gets to 12 in a game.
All right, my pick, right?
Yep.
You get 2 now. Yes.
Okay, this I can't believe
Locking
this.
out 3 running backs running. Donnie, jam.
I'm going to switch back to my line. You can pull it up if you want, but Jamison Williams has been getting a ton of targets. He has the big play upside. He actually has been receiving, I think, more targets than St. Brown this season. He's more rested because of the off time he had to take because of the suspension. So we always talk about injury concern, short week. And the way they attack the Bears is big shot plays. It just screams Jamison Williams. He's too cheap. He's really too cheap for his role.
Yep. All right, next pick, Logan.
Okay, my next pick is give me Theo Johnson.
Ooh, Theo for your tight end.
Yep.
All right. Well, I don't like any of the value tight ends left, so I'm just going to take who I think is the most talented tight end on the slate and bring me some Sam Laporta.
Don't do it. Oh, okay, thank God.
He hasn't had the best
I'm telling you right now, like, I'm looking at how to build out my lineup, and I'm going to need double tight end, and I needed you to not take the value tight end. So thank you.
All right.
But, like, I don't hate Laporte. Like, especially if anyone on Detroit, like if Montgomery's out, if any red zone threat is out, I think Laporte is much higher in play. I think J-Mo's much better if anyone's out. Like, the only thing that makes me not like J-Mo as much as Logan did is the fact that they have all the weapons back this week, where who knows where the ball's going to go. There's no condensed offense at all.
They do. And St. Brown can get work down the field. Like, that's a misconception.
There's legit 6 or 7 options. Like, you've got both running backs, so there's 2. Then you've got St. Brown and JMO and Laporta. That's 5 targets. I haven't even talked about, like, a random Tim Patrick or a Brock Wright, second tight end, or anything else they might use as, like, a 6th or a 7th option. Like,
Next 2 picks.
They have a lot of. All right,
What
is
you
it
got?
up to me again for 2 more? Yep.
Next 2.
All right, so first off, let's get that flex tight end out of the way. And I think what we're going to do is go to Tucker Kraft.
All right.
And since you both have taken your quarterbacks and I don't have to worry, I don't need to take quarterback anymore. So I can just grab what I need. And let's see. So, Donnie, you have your quarterback and you have all your running backs.
Yes.
Did I miss someone else? You have Love, Gibbs, Dowdle, Jacobs. Don't you have – shouldn't you have
Love,
another player?
Gibbs, Dowdle, Jacobs, Laporta.
Laporta, that's what it is.
All right. And your next pick, Gov?
That's what I forgot. Okay, I'm just trying to write yours down so I can keep track of who not to play. All right. So after Tucker Kraft, I think what I'm going to do is go back to wide. Let's see. Money.
I do appreciate Donnie.
That saves me money. That saves me money. That saves me money. So fuck you guys. I'm gonna take the defense. Let's see who's gonna have a shit defense this week. You know what? It's going to be value. It's going to save me money. Let's take the Lions defense versus Chicago. Caleb Williams can't have a great game on Thanksgiving, right?
He's a rookie.
He is a rookie. He's on the road in a divisional game on a holiday, on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't have any other Detroit, but give me the Detroit. I don't have a Detroit running back now. I can't take one to correlate with my defense, thank you. But that's how a cage match works. So, yeah. I will just take the Lions defense and Tucker Kraft, get my value in place. Now I can finish out this lineup when it comes back.
All right.
Donnie?
I am going
Donnie,
to go
you
ahead.
have, let's see, you need 3 wide receivers and a defense.
Yes. And I'm just going to take – hold on. Let me double check if he's been taken. I don't think he has.
I do appreciate Gov keeping us up to date on that as well.
I also have that written down. That's what I've been doing as well on the side.
I'm only writing down yours because I
one...
can see Logan's and mine when they pop up.
No one has Waddle, right?
No one has Waddle.
No.
Yeah, I'll just waddle myself around.
All right, Waddle away. And he waddles away.
I did not know this Midwestern sun was going to go down and my screen was going to go dark, but we'll get through this.
You are good.
Maybe
All right. So, yep. Now, Logan, you get 2 picks. Go back to yours, and you get 2.
Yeah, this is I want Luke Shoemaker.
He was the other value tight end I was going to take other than Kraft, but I kind of wanted Kraft. With Dobbs out, I believe Kraft's targets will uptick. So I wanted that.
And I'm going to screw you on that one. Good luck finding any other value. And
yeah, I know. You took some good – I mean, you could just take Kavontae Turpin as your last wide receiver and then not play. Like, literally, you, Logan, are now in a spot where I don't know if you can spend – well, I mean, if you figure out a way to jam St. Brown, you can spend your money. But, like, there's not a running back for you to pay up for. All the good running backs are now done. So you're going to play a value running back as your last one.
I want Neighbors.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, Donnie, back to you for one more.
I think I'm just going to take somebody who's gotten a lot of targets lately. I don't love his game environment, but Rome is in a good situation to thrive.
God damn it.
All right.
Adunes.
Yeah, let's clarify.
Rome Adunes.
We're talking about Roman Doomsday. Because there is Dobbs on the slate, so.
No, Dobbs could be out.
It's true.
Adunes. It's a good play. Like him and Keenan Allen being the same price after the week Keenan Allen had last, like That's a little surprising to me.
It's
I
because
would have thought Keenan Allen would be, but then again, him, DJ Moore, and Odunze are all very close to each other.
Yeah. Gov, next 2.
All right. Let's see. So make sure if I have that, then that will leave me with. Okay, so that's going to leave me 13-3 for 2 wide receivers. So, What's St. Brown's injury? Like, I kind of want to just jam St. Brown, but
no one knows when he got it. He played
knee, limited participant.
Yeah, a lot of people were going to be limited on Tuesday, though.
Non-participant Monday, limited Tuesday.
I mean, he literally played, I think, 90% of the snaps last week. No one knows when he got the injury. No one knows like how it affected him because he literally had a good poker face during the game.
Yeah. See, that's what's bothering me because like I'm gonna jam in since you took Neighbors, I'm gonna jam in one of the other 2 receivers. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to decide between the horribleness of CeeDee Lamb getting targets, but you're gonna have Cooper Rush throwing to him, or St. Brown, who could be injured in a game where Detroit's probably going to just spread the ball around again. I'm just going to take CeeDee Lamb. And then as a second pick, let's see. Can't take them. Actually, against the defense, might not think.
I will say I'm playing Neighbors because of the squeaky wheel narrative of him complaining.
DJ Moore just not getting the targets though. I like the idea of playing Neighbors, like especially after what he said last week. I think he's guaranteed to have a couple of targets early, and if he does anything with them against Dallas, he'll just keep getting them.
And it looks like they're likely to turn to the gunslinging quarterback in Drew Lock. Which
Keenan Allen had 15 targets last week.
He was used as a tight end, basically, essentially. His route tree was very tight end like.
So the guy who basically got left out and has been getting left out, but is still the most expensive receiver for them, is DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Well, he still had 7 targets last week,
compared to 10 and 15 for the other receivers.
Yeah, but
I would say, and it's kind of been like that all year, where he's never really had like early on he had a couple of 10 targets, but like he's just getting 6, 7, 8 targets, whereas Keenan Allen and Odunze are getting 10. Like Odunze's been ticking up, and then Keenan Allen just had 15. Like,
they're past. They're past.
I'm just going to take DJ Moore, and then before you move on, since you guys can't block me and there's nothing else to do, I am going to be playing Tua as my core.
I think that's a good play, by the way. I'm so sick of that snow narrative, that Miami bullshit. I'm so sick of that nonsense.
It's not narrative.
As you can see with this lineup, I'm fully going into that game with a couple of pieces from the – like I have a mini stack of Tracy Lamb, and I have DJ Moore in the Lions defense. But otherwise, I'm going full in on that Green Bay-Miami game.
I make this joke because I want to see him succeed. I would rather have Tua have a brain freeze than another concussion. Like if I got to worry about one thing, it's him having a snowball fight with his teammates.
If Tua goes down with a concussion, I lose. Like it's just gonna happen.
But like honestly, I'd rather see him have a bad game. Like I'm happy he's back. Like so take that what you will. But I'm actually cheering for Tua this week.
So you got DJ Moore with your last pick? Go.
DJ Moore, and then I'm not going to let it come back to me to just pick my final guy since you guys can't do quarterback. I'm just telling you I'm getting 2. So my lineup is done and on screen. It is now Donnie. You get one pick, then Logan finishes his lineup, and then you get the other pick.
Yeah, Logan can't take a receiver, so I'm going to take my defense, a defense with the special teams that's probably the best on the slate as well. Just give me the Cowboys.
Dallas looked okay, especially if it's Drew Lock, or even if it is Tommy DeVito. Like that, I could see that. Dallas's defense hasn't been good this year, but there's also no reason for them to not be good. And you get to core like that with your running back. What a great play!
All right, Logan, your next 2.
Okay.
Running back and defense. What are you going to finish it out You can play whoever you want that's left, too.
Yeah,
Like, you have all the money. You've kind of screwed yourself because you have all the money in the world and you didn't spend it.
No, I'm okay with that. That's how I want to get different. I've been playing the revenge narrative this whole lineup, right? That's going to continue. I want Swift.
Swift. Yeah, I was about to say, if you're going to play revenge narrative, you're just going to play Swift. Surprised you don't play Zeke. Like.
And what defense do you want, Logan?
Can't take Lions or Cowboys. So again, any defense except the top two.
Give me Miami. Chop Robinson has looked really good. The rookie from I believe Florida State is starting to come on, or Penn State. I can't remember if he transferred, but he's starting to come on. I like Robinson a lot. They're starting to generate some pressure.
Now remind me, who of the two is available? Is it Keenan or DJ Moore? It's Keenan, right?
Keenan is available. You already have a Dunze. I already have DJ Moore.
Okay. So I'm basically picking between Keenan and Christian Watson. I know Christian Watson makes more sense for my stack, but I think Keenan will probably have more points. Let me just get Keenan in there.
A double Chicago stack with Gibbs on the other side. You have Gibbs. You have a full Chicago-Detroit stack, but then you have Love, Jacobs, no wide receivers. Like, I probably would have gone Watson just because to just have a receiver with Love.
All right.
But I can also see going Keenan. Like, that's going to be very contrarian. Like, having Love with none of his receivers and still having a full Detroit-Chicago game stack is going to be definitely contrarian. And I don't know how much of your money you spent. So
I have 1,000 left.
So you have 1,000 left. I have 400 left. Logan has 4,000 left. But
now, this is important. I know we have a hard out, but how are we going to handle injuries? Let's keep that on the record.
There could be no late news, but you can't go up in price.
Like, let's say, you cannot go up in price. Like, you can't use that 4K to do it. Although you wouldn't be able to anyway. Like, the only injury news you have in your lineup would be if Montgomery was sick.
Right.
So you would just have to play the next available running back. Couldn't play Gibbs or A-Chain.
You could play Zeke. You could play...
Yeah, you could play a Zeke.
I could play like Craig Reynolds, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, you would be able to play Craig Reynolds. You could play Mostert or Emmanuel Wilson, but like you would be stuck to a backup.
All right. This is my hard out.
Yeah, because you have two tight ends. So you don't even have a flex. Yep, I got to get ready to go too. I'm glad we were able to get this done by 3. Went a little longer than I thought, but I hope everyone enjoyed the cage match. And I should win again this year. Unless Donnie beats me on the last play again, because I built my lineup so it comes down to that last game.
I actually like that we were a bit quicker here. We were a bit more condensed, and then for the review show, we can almost do that kind of revisionist history mindset where we were like, oh, we were stupid here. This is the car accident. Why do we do that? Speaking of which, though, be safe, Gov. Be safe, everyone. Enjoy the holidays, whatever that means to you. However you want to do it, whatever you want to eat. Just make sure you enjoy it, whether that's football, whether you're a Canadian and you just watch football, you don't care about the turkey, whatever you do it well, have fun, enjoy yourself, in, of course, moderation, and be safe.
Peace out, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays.